Why did Enmo lose in the Demon Slayer movie? That is a question that I have been asking myself, and I believe this video is going to solve it for you. I want to tell you that the human spirit is way stronger than I think demons and anybody really cares to consider. We have so much more potential, so much more value that we can offer to the world, and demons seem to think that we want to be happy. We want to be living this happy life within our own dream, only having good and happiness coming to us. Yet there's a problem with that. When we are living only happy lives, we seem to become bored and distilled and want to have some utter chaos to come along with it. Alan Watts, he talks about this. He's like, what happens if you were to dream the most perfect dream day in and day out? And it's like, you would think that that would be the most magnificent thing that you would ever want to do, but it's not, because if you're doing happy things every single day, nothing is ever truly happy. You just feel the mundane day in and day out, same thing, same feeling, same tone, no matter what is going on. So you have to be able to step out of that comfort zone and realize that you need to have that chaos, have that inner struggle that teaches you to be who you want to be. Without that struggle, without that pain that we had to go through, we wouldn't be at the place that we are right now. So there might be people in your life that are like, hey, what's one event in your life that you would change that happened to you in the past? And I always assume, I'm like, I wouldn't change anything. Because if I would, I don't think I would be the person that I am right now. Don't get me wrong, if I knew what I knew back then, I probably would have done things differently. But since I didn't know what I knew back then, I have to do what I can do right now with the knowledge that I possess. That's exactly what Tanjiro did. He understood that what the reality that he was in wasn't necessarily the correct reality. Yes, it was happy, he was loving it, and he was finding a lot of joy throughout that. It's just, it wasn't truly who he was. He had to go back to the real world because he knew he had to protect Nezuko. He knew he had to make the death of his family right by killing all the demons that had put the curse upon Nezuko and that had caused him so much pain and suffering. If he wouldn't have done that, then he wouldn't have been able to become the true hero that he is right now. He never would have woken up. He understood that his past defines who he is right now. He got that if he would have stayed there, he wouldn't have found the joy. And the demon, Inumu, she didn't understand that. She figured every person is going to want to live the happiest life that they can live. They want to live in this dream world, this dream state that allows them to be in a blissful, ignorant state. And yes, there's some benefit to that, but there's not that much. You need to have the ability to step out of that comfort of being happy and go do something completely challenging. So that's why Tanjiro, he understood that he had to kill himself every single time he was in the dream to be able to wake up from that reality, because he understood that it wasn't real. He knew he had to be strong enough to face the pain and the suffering. And this is why you guys can't go back to the good old days, because no matter what you do, those good old days have gone. They've passed. All we have is what we have right now. And demons, they don't understand this. They think we need to be the most happy, the most blissful, and that's just not the case. We want to have struggle, we want to have growth, we want to have progress forward towards something that is bigger than ourselves. And this was kind of the downfall of Inumu. She assumed that every human was the exact same. Every human wanted to live in this blissful state, and that's not the case. I know I've had some struggles. I have a feeling that everybody else has had some struggles, just as Tanjiro has, just as Rengoku has, just as anybody in the movie has had. Everybody's going to have struggles. Everybody's going to have hard times, but that doesn't mean that we want to avoid those. That just means that we have to grow and become stronger from those, because without that, we aren't the person that we truly are meant to be. We wouldn't be able to defeat our enemies, defeat our demons that are within us, that are in the real world. It's just not possible. And this, you guys, is exactly why Inumu lost. If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for her ignorance and thinking that all humans won the exact same thing, she would have won. So that's part 1 of this video. I'm going to be releasing a part 2 of this same movie that's just gonna be another quick little rundown of what I think, like the whole animation, the fighting styles, the overall tone of the movie and what made it so special to me. But I just wanted to start out with explaining why Inumu lost in this movie, because I thought that was a really good thing to cover. If you guys want to be notified when I release that video, please make sure you smash that subscribe button, leave a like on the video, and turn on the notification bell just so that you never miss out on when I do release this part 2. And I'll see you guys in the next one.